From the Ticat Audio Network, this is Morreale and Hitch.
All right, everybody, and welcome to another edition of the Morreale and Hitch podcast right here on the Ticat Audio Network. I'm Mike Morreale, Rob Hitchcock. Butt goes in the background, probably in the basement. Hitch.
Hi, buddy.
Good to see you, buddy.
Yeah,
episode number 2 for this year.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I think we got to start talking about what happened the other day to the Ticat.
I think we
I don't think we can avoid that. I think we got to talk about it.
No, we have to.
I'll let you start.
Yeah, well, Father's Day, had a beautiful day at a barbecue, family, blah blah blah. Put the cats on, and I don't know. It wasn't what I thought it was going to be. Put it that way. You know, the Argos got their rings. They put the banner down. They're with their 747 fans that were there. I think actually had a pretty good crowd for a change.
They had a decent crowd.
It looked pretty decent. But, you know, must have just eaten the cats. Because remember when we used to play the Argos and all that shit. Like, it's not right. But anyways, hey, they won it last year. They're allowed to do whatever they want. A little bit of scrimmage or what a little scrimmage.
They got to rub it in your face.
They got to rub it.
Yeah.
But wouldn't that make you like want to go out in there and crush them?
You think you would want to spoil the party? 100%.
I don't know what's going on with forget the offense right now, but I don't know what's going on with the D. They're not playing up to, you know, with those veteran guys on defense. I don't see a lot of sense of urgency. I see a lot of broken plays. I know, again, second week, lots of time to go. They're not throwing in the keys. But having said that, these veteran guys they got to get together and start to play together as a unit. They seem like they're just, you know, it takes the whole defense to make a play, but one guy screws up, it's it, right? So
it's tough because you and I aren't we're not trying to poke holes in what happened. We're not armchair quarterbacks, but we played the game. We understand what's missing or what's going well or what's going bad. And from my opinion, not a lot is going well right now.
No,
it's not going well. Yeah, and then Mitchell get hurt, which looks like a groin injury. You ever seen that Friends, or not the Friends episode, the Cheers episode, when Sam, the bartender, talks about getting a groin injury? The groin injury. Groin injury. That's the whole song. Anyways, Butko, if you were worth anything, you would put in this little, you know, segment of video to support what I just said. Yeah. That's all you got to do. And I look back.
Copyright issues.
Don't worry about that. I've watched our episodes back. You need to do more. I agree. He needs to do more. Because what happens is we talk and have all this fun. Have you ever watched the old Batman and Robins, Butko? You should, because you live in your parents' basement. You should do that. It's like, kapow, bam. Every time something happens, something shoots up on the screen. Yeah. We need more out of you. There's no doubt about it.
Sound effects?
Anything.
More sound effects? Anything?
We just need anything from you.
We need you to change your lampshade that is yellow smoke color to at least a white color now, not yellow.
Bleach it down so it looks like a normal lamp.
And how is our music interlude coming?
Oh, it's being worked on. It's being composed.
Do we have to get permission? Like, we're giving you permission to play the organ.
He's got permission.
Yeah, you don't need to talk to your bosses.
I don't understand what the problem is. It's been a week.
Yeah. What have you done for the last week?
Mozart creates sympathy.
Not in a week.
Word is symphonies.
Well, okay, let's get back to the groin.
Sorry.
Let's get back to the groin.
God, Butko, you do this all the time. Okay,
crushes
so
us.
Mitchell hurts the groin. Looks like he's dressing on Friday. First home opener. So listen, this can change in a hurry. You just got to win your next game, and then good things happen. Schultz is getting the start, right?
I like him.
Look good.
He
looked good.
I like him.
Actually, the last couple of years where he's come in relief, which, by the way, you know, you have to understand as a fan, the second guy always looks a little bit better, generally speaking. Because if he comes into the game late, he's had a time to sense the defense, watch what's going on. Like, you get a flow of the game.
Yeah.
But, out of a start in years past, he's had some great starts too. So, anyways, I'm feeling pretty bullish about that. Yeah. Let's see what happens.
I agree. You know what? Kudos to Mitchell wanting to dress, because I would too. I mean, you got a groin injury, you want to dress. You want to be part of it. I saw a little.
It's called a lower body injury. I'm just assuming it's the groin.
He grabbed it. He grabbed it a couple times. We've seen that.
But you and I used to grab our groins all the time.
All the time.
We were never injured.
Well, you had your thongs on underneath your pants, so.
I had to adjust it.
And you said to adjust.
Like Dave Steve. You ever see Dave Steve when he used to pitch for the Jays? He was all over that thing.
Always scratching. You still like to scratch?
No, only at night.
Only at night.
Come on. Show you people watching. Okay, let's move on. It's been like 5
minutes. Let's put it this way. They've got a... I think the home opener, they've been away for the last 2 weeks. I think it's going to... I think you're going to see a big change. I know the coaching staff they're top notch. Those guys, they're going to have these guys ready to play, and it'd be fun. Are you going down?
I am going to be in Brampton. We got a game, and I got to meet some people, so I'll be watching, but on the phone.
I'm just waiting for some free tickets. I don't have free tickets yet, so I'm not going if I don't have free.
Club level only.
Club level only.
Actually, Commissioners, whatever that is, the Commissioners Lounge there.
Yeah. I think I got in trouble last year. Last year. No, I'm kidding. I went in there, I don't know, I think it was for something, and I kind of walked through, and I ended up grabbing a snack and
on the way through. Something.
Couple of people were looking at me like they didn't know who I was, so I thought I was.
That's the problem.
Yeah, I thought I was you.
It's their fault. Mm-hmm. You can probably hear in the background somebody's like chopping down a tree, so hopefully Bucko can get rid of that background noise.
So we got a local guest with us.
This is good. I'm excited about this. You know why?
Me too.
Because we're old, and he's younger, and he would have been, like us, a fan of the Ticats growing up. So I'm curious what his perspective was of walking into our locker room in 1999, I think, if I'm not mistaken. It was
99.
He was a rookie, 99.
Yeah.
So we were coming off, going to the Grey Cup, loads of fun, and in comes the next guest, who we'll get to shortly, who, by the way, wanted to wear number 1. I don't know if you remember this story.
Yeah, well, I remember.
He wanted to wear number 1. It didn't go over well.
No,
the boys didn't like the fact, because you got to remember, the guy who wore number 1 previous was Earl Winfield. So who's this local kid that wants to come is demanding to wear number 1? He doesn't get number 1, but he gets number 2.
How many?
Our next guest, right here on the chin, our next guest is our good friend, number 2, the Deuce, from Orchard Park High School in Stony Creek. Butko, you can bring his face up anytime. This is Corey Grant. Corey?
Oh, look at that.
Where is he?
Am I here?
He's in the dark.
Am I here?
Oh, for God's sakes, Corey. Listen, we can't see your face.
Am I here?
I can see him.
You're here. I can't see his face. Can you?
Yeah, I can see him. He looks good.
Here.
He looks good.
Look, what? You made
you know what? He looks good. He's got the football in the background.
I'm here.
Oh, then there's something wrong with me, but that's a whole other side.
It's your internet. You're still on dial-up internet.
Dial-up. Oh, that's what. Hey, when you go to Cardinal Newman, these things start to happen.
Absolutely, especially when you go to grade 14 at Cardinal Newman.
There you go.
So,
how
you doing, buddy?
I am good. I am great. Excited to be here with you guys. This is awesome.
Well, if this is the highlight of your day, then I hate to see the rest of your day.
Hey, if this is the highlight of my day, then I've had a really good day, because that means none of the guys are coming in saying, Coach, I couldn't get in school, and there's no problem. So if this is the highlight, I'm good.
Very good. Very good.
I think we should start off, as Mike just kind of alluded to earlier, is we're curious, because you were born you're what, 77, 76? When were you born? You're six years older, younger than me. When were you born?
76.
Oh, see, I knew that.
Oh, right.
So we're born in 70, so 6 years is a big difference, right?
Yeah.
Like, we're starting, because you must have been in our first year, because I think I was 28 as a rookie. No, I don't know, when did we come in? 24-ish, I think, 23, 24, I think we were. So you must have been 17, 18, playing in high school.
Yeah, same thing. I got to watch you guys play and
that's
do things when you were doing your things. From I was supposed to go to Glen Bray, decided not to. Then I was supposed to go to Glendale, decided not to. Moved to the Creek, thought about Newman, and I was like, forget that. Let's go to Orchard Park. And
can you imagine if you came to Glendale? We were a powerhouse. You knew that.
Yeah, but you would have still been in grade 15. I understand.
You would have still been there.
I would have been there still for grade 9.
So, Corey, I talked about it off the top. You're a local kid.
Yep.
Play locally. You end up going to Laurier, have a great career at Laurier. And you walk in, you're like, you get drafted, you're going to your hometown Cats. What did that mean to you when that happened initially? And then what did it mean to you walking into a locker room where you had let's just say, a core group that has, been together and they're a little crazy, they're a little wild. What was that experience like for you?
Getting drafted was amazing because it's your hometown team. So doing that alone, I always tell a story. I had an exam that day. Back then it wasn't on TV or the computer or anything like that. It was on a phone. I ran out of my exam. Somebody got a chance to dial in. So I actually got to hear the Coach Lancaster call my number and my name. And it was probably one of the greatest experiences of my life. I think I started crying when I heard my name all day. Called my parents. I'm crying. They're like, my mom's like, what's wrong? I'm like, I just got drafted by the Ticats because I watched all of that growing up and watching Ticat. So it was absolutely amazing. Now going into the locker room.
Not so amazing.
It was amazing because I'm in awe because I've watched all you guys and watched you guys growing up, and I know the local guys, and you're there, Flutie's there, D-Mac, all you guys are in there, and I'm just in awe. And so as a young kid, skinny kid coming in, I don't have a clue what's going on or what to do. I think the only thing that possibly saved me a little bit was I got to work out with you guys before training camp back in the day. Yeah, so right. Get comfortable and doing that piece. And I thought I was fast. And then, McGriggs ran beside me on a go route, step for step. And I was like,
at 230, at 225, 230 he was.
Yeah. Chasing me down. And I'm like, oh, my goodness, I'm not that fast anymore. But it was a great experience. And I will say this. You guys were, and I think I'm trying to build that as a culture here at Carleton and doing that stuff, how tight-knit everybody was. I think that's what it was, a welcoming environment. Now, you had to, as a rookie, fall in line, not say much. I did get salt in the mouth. I did see, very funny. Can't get mad at that. Did get the salt in the mouth. Saw Jeff Cummings the other day at a coaching thing up here at All-Star Game, and shared the story with everyone, how you all took my car and moved it.
Yeah.
And, still to this day that
I don't know. The Phantom did that. The Phantom did that. We're not sure.
It was great. It was great coming in as a young man, right? And I did want number one. I did.
Oh, you did.
I did.
Oh, yeah.
That was the first round pick. I need number one.
Yeah.
But number two was good. It was good. I do understand about Earl the Pearl and one of the greats, if not the great. And taking number two, I was okay with it.
Well, speaking of the numbers real quick, we'll get back to that. But when I went in, my number, I wanted 24. And 24 because I had it in high school and in university. And then the running back had it. I don't even know who it was. I don't even think he made it. But I went in and I said, well, I'll just take 42. It's backwards 24. Why not? So I took that, and the guy got cut, and I don't know who took it after. I think Ron Williams. Ronnie Williams took it. He took it after that, which he could have. I didn't want it anyway. But anyways.
What my number was in my first year in Toronto.
Yeah, like 100.
Even worse, it was 78. Which is but I didn't care. You're a rookie. I'm like, just give me anything. I'll wear it. 78.
That's a bad number. That's terrible.
Garbage number.
I won't say too much on that because I wore 77 at Laurier.
There you go.
So I was not going to wear double digit ever again.
No, you can't.
Can't do that. But you became the Deuce.
I became the Deuce.
You came in, and the one thing you did right away, you made an impact. And you talked about, your speed and Lamar running with you. But let's face it, you had wheels.
Oh, yeah.
And if I'm not mistaken, it had to be one of our first couple games that we played in Toronto. I'll never forget it.
Punt return.
I forget a lot.
Return,
that kicker punt return for a touchdown.
Wasn't it a missed field goal?
Or what was it?
Yeah.
Yes. I can remember like it was yesterday because I tell my son who's playing now, Daddy had wheels. He's like, Daddy, look at your jelly bellies. Chill out.
Meatsy, I won't interrupt. I just did interrupt you, but it doesn't matter. On that play, I remember because you had some awesome blocks. You had some awesome. You were like, I think you were 18 yards deep in the end zone. And I remember you went out and then you went to the left. And all I remember is we came up and we were just blowing guys up. And it was like, I got the chills. Look, I got the chills in my arms.
I like it. Hey, let's go.
That was awesome, man. That was awesome. Yeah. Wow.
What was that experience? That was your first pro touchdown, if I'm not mistaken. It had to be one of the first couple games, right?
Yeah, it was early on. And it was one of those, it was my first pro touchdown. And it was crazy because after you finish playing, or even when you're playing, you remember the bad ones more than the good ones. So I even know beforehand, D-Mac, who throws probably the prettiest ball ever, threw me a slant. I dropped the slant. I was just messing up. I couldn't remember a damn play. And then, as a rookie, you start going down. And I always share the story that I was looking for the phone upstairs to tell Junior, Coach Lancaster Jr. to pull me out because I was like, I can't catch, I can't do anything. But as a rookie, you can't find the phone. I don't even know what the hell the phone is.
Didn't have one.
They said, get the hell back there, Rook, and go catch the ball. So I know running out to the left and going, well, I'm a rookie. Am I supposed to bring it out? Am I not supposed to? So I was going to take a knee. So if you ever watch it back, right before I go to cross the goal line, I go to take a knee. And I swear somebody raised their hand and said, come on out. And then these boys started blocking. I just ran scared and scored. So I just ran.
That was good. That was the moment. You know what it's like as a vet, right? The new guys come in, and you had a little cockiness to it. Believe me, so did I. So don't get me.
We all do. Yeah.
I'm not saying that neither one of us did, but you're always looking for the player to perform, right? That really separates any rookie from this guy's going to be there, and you did it early, and that was impressive. Of course, it didn't mean we stopped giving you the gears. I mean, it probably just
more.
Even more. Like even more, and I was just like, "This is crazy!" Like, all right, I'm in. Or it's when I was as a rookie. I just remember you didn't do scout team. Who else? Greg didn't. Flutie wasn't doing scout team. So I'm like, shoot, I'm one of the starters. I'm not doing scout team, and you guys are looking at me. What are you doing?
You're doing scout
team, and then you freaking take first team reps, and I'm like, what? Oh my god, these guys are trying to kill me. Yeah. So, but those are the things you remember. Those are the ones.
And then you fast forward, to end of the year, and of course we all know what happened in the playoffs against Montreal, and that was just ridiculous. But you were rookie of the year that year for the East, and you had did you have 1,000 yards?
No, 8 something. D-Mac tried to get it for me that last 2 games or last game. Yeah,
I put it like 800 something yards, big numbers for a rookie, and then we go and we win against Montreal, and then we go to the Grey Cup. So it took us 4 years to get there, right? And for you, a rookie coming in, this doesn't happen. Like honestly, a rookie coming in, playing successful, making an impact, and then you go and play in the Grey Cup, and you're a rookie, and your family and everyone. I don't know. It's weird. I got chills twice already just thinking about it. It's awesome, man. Like, tell me about that experience. Like just going to the Cup and to tell guys out there like the feeling you had as a hometown kid, because I know what the feeling I had.
Yeah, dream come true, right?
Yeah.
You go there. When we won the Eastern final there, I can't remember who said it to me, but they said, hey, grab my bags and put it on the bus because you're going to be a rookie. You're a rookie for another week. And I was like, shoot, I'm doing it.
Yeah.
This is amazing. And just to do that, right, you dream about those things. Even when I was smaller, when I got drafted, my mom actually brought out a book all about me that I wrote in grade 6. And in that book, I wrote down I wanted to be a Hamilton Tiger Cat and get drafted by the Ticats and, make money, $250,000 I wrote at the time, and doing all of those things and have a statue and people cheering my name and doing all that. So I wrote that in grade 6 in a book. And then when I got drafted, that happened. And then, we went on and won the Grey Cup and doing all that stuff. And it was surreal. Yeah. It was absolutely surreal. It was unbelievable. And you go through the ups and downs as a year, but being from Hamilton and then winning it. And the year before, I was sitting on the couch watching you guys play against Calgary at university in our football house, and then the next year I'm actually playing in that game and doing that thing for the whole
pretty cool,
team.
man. That's pretty
Crazy.
cool.
Yeah.
So everything came true except the $250,000.
Well, yeah, and we're still working on that to today, but we're still working on that stuff. But everything else came through. Someone did make a statue of me, the cheering at the parade. I don't even think, and doing that.
Cat's Claus did that for you.
Yeah. And so all of those things came true, and it's surreal. It's one of those things you write up the script and you hope that's it, and that's what it became. So it's pretty good.
Yeah, no. Listen, you're talking. We're very very similar stories, right? All of us grew up in the city. Ticat fans, played the dream to have exactly what happened to us happen, which is like insane.
Yeah.
Obviously, it takes a lot of people to help us get there, and it takes your own intestinal fortitude to get it done. You got to believe you can do it before you can do it. Yeah. But that was a fun experience for me to get, to see you, be able to achieve that too. That was very, very cool. And then you went on, and a lot of people probably don't know, or maybe if they do know, it's a good reminder. You played. You were close to. You were over 10 years, at least 10 years, weren't you?
11. I always say I snuck out 11 years.
I don't know, and I don't know how. I'm looking back. 7 years in Saskatchewan, right? You were 7 years in Saskatchewan.
Yeah, I was out there for a minute.
I thought you were in Hamilton a lot longer. You were 4 years with us, right?
Yeah, because I started and then I left
and
ended
came
up
back.
in Montreal, and then
came back.
And then I came back.
But 7 years and won a cup in Saskatchewan.
Yes. Yeah.
That ring's a little bit different than ours, right? That ring.
It's a little different.
A little bit bigger. It's a little bit bigger. It's the one I wear around right now.
Yeah, but you guys didn't design it like we designed ours, eh?
Yeah.
Ours is like a high school graduation ring, right? High school ring.
Yeah.
So the one thing that because as a fan, I'm also a fan of while I was playing other receivers and always watch it. The one thing, Corey, that you were always very successful at doing throughout your career was coming up with a big play at a key time, right? Like you can go through a regular season like I did, and you have some great ones and you have some okay ones, but you had a knack for I can see it now watching Rider games where you caught a pass and made some moves and ran it for a touchdown or a big gain. What was it that afforded you those opportunities? Like they don't come often, but your timing was very nice.
I think it's just, we talk about it, it's just being prepared. Knowing, as you get older, they start moving you away from the ball, but you always, as that veteran and doing those things, is just being prepared, right? Knowing that at any moment in time, your number could be called, and just being ready. I think that was what it was. A lot of that was, whether it was watching the film. Actually, after my fourth year, when I went to Montreal, I had like a hiccup year and went to a mental, like a sports psychologist, and just understanding more about how to prepare for a game, how to get ready and do those things. And one of the things you talk as an athlete is getting in the zone, right? And the greats can get in the zone, but then they stay in the zone for a long time. So figuring out how to get in the zone, how to stay in the zone, and how to stay in and block out the noise. So just was able to do that over my career, and then living for those moments, like, all right, my time is coming, thinking, hey, fourth quarter is me. So when they come to me in the fourth quarter, they come to me in these critical moments, I'm ready to make that play. Right. Yeah. So
that takes a lot to do that as a man, to go see someone. I mean, sports psychology now is it's a science, and basketball, baseball, whatever. Everyone's got a coach now, right? Yep. And I'm glad you didn't come to me tonight, because we would have said drink beer after a game, don't ride the bike. We're going to the bar after the game,
right?
And we played 12 years, and we were successful doing that. I don't think I rode the bike once after a game, not once. One Percocet, 3 beers, home.
You're good to go. You're good to go. You're good to go. That's hilarious. Yeah,
stretching. Who stretches? Eh?
But Corey, you've had long career, successful career, champion career, and then you got into coaching.
Yes. And
you've had a long career in coaching. I mean, we've been out of this now for a while. It's like be going on about 20 years for you, because it's gone 25-ish for us, if not more. Yeah. I don't know. But what were the steps to becoming a coach? You obviously coached with the Cats for a bit too. Now you're at University or Carleton University, running the program there. I mean, is that where you saw yourself, or give me what happened after football?
So after football, it was actually what happened after football actually happened during football. So my first year, we never did again. So in camp, you won't remember, but I remember these things. We had the ropes that we were running through.
Never did it.
You never did it, but as the receivers, they would throw us the ball through those darn ropes, and I caught it, and I think I got hurt there. So that's why I never ended up on really special teams as a rookie.
Art.
We
used to give him the gears, Rob, because he wouldn't play.
I would play special.
He only played
as a receiver. But then I realized, after the season, I get my knees cleaned out and doing that, and realized I can't play football forever. So I ended up going to teachers college, and actually with Jeff Cummings, we did speaking engagements.
Right.
And I really realized, I want to do something after. So I got into teaching, and as I was playing, I ended up going to teachers college at Canisius in Buffalo. So I did that, got my teacher's certificate. So after I was done playing, I had a plan already. And I was already supply teaching, and I got into the school boards, and I really enjoyed it. And I thought I always wanted to coach, but just because you're a player doesn't mean you're going to be a good coach. But teaching is coaching, coaching is teaching, and doing that piece. So I got into it. I ended up coaching some summer ball while I was supply teaching at the junior level in Niagara Falls. And then Coach Potasic was at MAC at the time. John Behe got a hold of me and said, do you want to come here and help coach receivers? I ended up doing that for a bit and enjoyed it. And then it just happened when I retired. I actually played when Coach, who came back and was the head coach, Coach Austin, played with him in Sask, and Coach Condell was my offensive coordinator. So when they came back to Hamilton and he got the job, Berkey was still there.
Yeah, Berkey.
Yeah, Berkey knew I wanted to get into coaching because I tried to get in earlier. He introduced me to Coach Austin. They remembered me. I sat down, Coach O in the room, and they brought me on the staff as, quality control and running back coach, because I sort of knew the offense and doing that piece, and they needed someone there. So ended up doing that for 6 years, ended up through 2 head coaches or something like that, 6 years there doing that. After I did that, I was like, okay, I like to do this. And after that, ended up at MAC as the offensive coordinator, because Coach Potasic ended up being, when Coach Austin left, he came in. Oh, that's right. Yeah, he came in as the offensive coordinator because he was coaching at MAC. He became the offensive coordinator. I was still there. So when he left and went back to U Sport, I was working with him there with the Ticats, and then, sat down with O and see what I wanted to do. Ended up going with Coach Potasic for 4 years at McMaster as the offensive coordinator, and we worked there. And then here I am, head coach at Carleton University for your first full year.
Awesome. That's a lot. That's a short explanation for a long period of time, right? It's funny. You talk about our careers, which we were fortunate to play a long time. You talk about your journey in coaching, and you can talk over 30 seconds, which was years. And years. It's crazy to the path you take when you're in it. You're like, how am I ever going to get there? And next thing you know, you're there, and you're like, shit.
100%. Yeah. Now you're a head coach, and I'm like, I'm responsible for, the 100 and something guys here. I'm responsible for a coaching staff. You're doing budget. People are asking me, what color socks do you want to wear? I'm like, I just want to coach football, but there's more to it, and enjoying every second of it, and a great program we're here. So
for our 127 fans that we
lost some fans, eh?
We lost some fans. I think we're 127 now. We are, just to give an update, we are talking to Corey Grant, star receiver in the CFL for 11 years, head coach for Carleton right now. And how's your team looking right now?
Team's looking good. Everybody's lined up to win the Vanier Cup and the Yates Cup and the Vanier Cup right now, right?
Of course.
So what I say is ask me that same question in November, and I'll have a better answer.
So when you guys have your, do you have 2 days in August, or when do you do that?
Yeah, so we start August 12th is the first day of practice, and we do power practices now. I'm not The 2-a-day thing is
no water,
school.
for the guys, all that stuff.
Yeah, all that stuff. No water, no doing this.
Well, Mike and I are available for a guest coach if you ever want someone to come out.
Hey,
right?
Mike's screen just went off when you said that, but
we'll take the train down like the old days. We'll take the train to Ottawa and hey, we'll come down for a couple of days and help out.
Come on down.
Rory does not want to be responsible for you and I. In addition, believe
we would add some good insight. Hey, some old knowledge. Old knowledge.
There's certain things that I learned after I didn't get in my second year. At being at Brock, that I don't want here. That happens at training camp. That we leave.
Of course.
But these young men don't need that piece. But you're more than welcome to be up here.
Yeah, we'll just teach guys on your D how to. No, you can't really teach how to hit. You have to want to hit people, right? Like that's on D. You got it. Like you got to be mental for that. That's right.
We do have some of those guys, but I don't want you teaching them how to refix their equipment and do different things. So those things.
We had to do that though. We had to.
We had no choice.
We had no choice.
Listen, we had guys that fixed our jerseys that sewed the sleeve shut, so you can put your arm. So we had our own that we had to make.
He knows Bobolo.
Of course,
completely sewed.
My iPad here is going to run out of juice at some point. I didn't prepare properly for this one. Shocking. If I just disappear, Rob, it's over to you, buddy. But I do have. I want to get a comment from you, Corey. Yep. Fluty's going into the Wall of Honor this year. He's joining Hitch and Ozzy and Danny Mac and Joe and a bunch of guys we played with, and of course other legends as well.
Yeah.
What was it about Darren? Because I have when I watched Darren play, like he worked his tail off. He was incredible. What was your vision, or what did you appreciate about Darren and that receiving core in your time in Hamilton?
One, like I think we talked about it earlier, just me coming in, and one for 3 Canadians to be starting and doing that piece, and T-Shaw's there too and doing that, but to watch how hard he worked. And I know you just mentioned that, but he didn't take a play off. He didn't do any of that stuff. He was there every single practice, every single game, and whatever it took for him to play, he was going to play. And then when he did play, he was spectacular. And when you talk about those moments, he was big in all those moments, right? Even for me, the year before, was it when you guys went 98 and the catch, and everybody knew he was going to get it. Yeah. And you're just like, he was just ready for that moment. But then you come into the locker room as a rookie and you see the work that he put in day out, and how a student of the game he was. It was unbelievable. And it was just special for me to come in and see that's exactly what it takes to get to that level and what greatness looked like. So, and you guys all had it, and it was just for me to be there and just be in the corner and listen and watch. That was special, and he was special and deserves that honor.
How's your kids? Jen, still married?
Still married, yes, still married. Yeah,
just rolling the dice on that one, eh?
Throw it out there.
Hey, but we do have, we can cut this out too, right? It's not live.
Good.
It's not Jen, it's Kathy. Oh, sorry about that.
No, still married. She is the one that, when you ask about my coaching journey, she's the reason I get to coach. Yeah. Still doing the same job. Coaching is that it's very fluid, and she's had the same job since we've met. She works there and allows me the opportunity to do what I love and get to do what I do, right? And being from Hamilton, born and raised, moving to Ottawa with the family, and she was like, let's go. This is your dream. This is what you want to do. Let's go. We'll make it work. That's the backbone. I got 2 kids. So Kiana is 14, turning 15 in August. And then Devon, who's 12 and turns 13 in September. Both playing football.
Nice.
She went into grade 9, and she was on the football team running speed sweep and tackle football too, right? Running speed sweeps. Yeah, they got girls tackle football here, and she's playing, and Dad is just so proud of both of them. But to see her running down the seam, making people miss, catching the jet sweep and doing that stuff, and then Devon doing the exact same thing is unbelievable. They're in every sport. But I think I spoke at a clinic, and I'll share it. When I spoke at a clinic on equity, diversity, and inclusion, a football clinic, I showed them a clip, and at the clip, it was my daughter playing tackle football that week and my son playing touch. And I never thought it would happen. In the same week, back-to-back days, I had a clip of her playing tackle, and then he was playing touch. That's awesome. Where you would think it would be reversed.
Yeah.
So it was just how football has grown, and so being up here at Ottawa, she gets that chance to do that at her high school and travel around.
Good for her, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, well, you have certainly given back to the sport. I know the sport has given to us, right? We've been able to appreciate everything about the sport, which again, you know, you don't get football is the only sport where you get to play with so many different people from so many different walks of life and backgrounds and cultures, and it's just, and you all have to go for the common goal. It's hard to get that many people going in the same direction. It's like the best thing that happened to probably all of us, but for you to like take it to the next step and give back, and that to me is special because we need that, right? Yeah. We need, and it's great to see you doing it. The other thing that you were very good at that Rob probably doesn't even know was the piano. Do you know that Corey Grant taught my sister how to play piano?
I bet.
The other way around? Actually, I saw her.
It was the other way around?
She taught me. I didn't know how to play piano.
Oh, okay. First of all, she doesn't know how to play piano.
What do you mean? I could play Happy Birthday, actually, because she's a teacher. And so I was out recruiting a couple weeks in the fall at Mac, and I guess I can't remember what school, but her school was there playing Newman, and we're recruiting some of the guys there, and said, "What's up, Paula?" And then no, she taught me, so I could have played Happy Birthday now, but it's good because you see the world that we're in. My kids now can play the piano.
See?
So, and that private lesson helped. See,
private lesson helped.
Me doing this.
That's awesome.
That's awesome, buddy. Well, I'm only cutting this a little short because I got to. Literally, my iPad's going to die, and I don't want to chop it off. But Corey, we can talk to you at length. I mean, there's so much stuff. You know, you being a local kid and us. You know, our stories are very similar. It was for me and for Rob. I speak for Rob, and for you, I guess. Yeah. Playing as a hometown kid on the Hamilton Tiger Cats and delivering a championship. Saturday, the last one since it's happened, but to the city of Hamilton is a dream come true that you can't even. It's hard to articulate sometimes. It really was an incredible moment for all of us, and the fact that we got to share it was great. The fact that we're talking, almost 20-something years later about it.
Yeah, I think we have so much more to talk about too, Corey. We'd love to regroup maybe in October, November when your season. Hopefully, you guys go all the way, and we'll touch on your season, and we'll talk about when Mike and I are out there, when the impact that we had on your kids,
where we're going to stay, what boutique hotel you're going to put us up at.
Yeah.
And,
we got a couple of res over here because I want to make sure we bring it back to the feeling of '99 in our days.
I agree.
Rob, bad news for Rob.
Bad news. Yeah, we got cut in one of those rooms. We don't like that room. Well, that's awesome, man.
Everybody. Corey Grant, great Hamilton Ticat, Grey Cup champion multiple times. Now the head coach of Carleton Ravens. Pay attention to what he's doing. Follow the Ravens. Support football. Coast to coast, and just great to have you on, buddy. Great to see you again too.
Appreciate you guys. This was awesome. It's like old times. It's like we've never left. We're still in the locker room. Appreciate you.
Love it, man.
And we'll keep some of the stories quiet. We won't tell your kids now.
No,
not now.
Definitely not.
I think we got to stay on, Corey, because we have this Riverside stuff has to record something. So Butko, I don't know if you ever met Butko. There he is. Look at him. What a handsome man.
Butko. I don't know if you've met.
He did. He's called me a few times. He's he told me 9:15 this morning. At 9:16 he was calling me. So I'm trying to walk into work.
Nicely done, Bucko. You're finally doing, at least half your job. Well, so listen. What have you been paying attention? How did it go today, Bucko? Any issues? Any concerns?
He's got his cat. He's got his cat in the basement. He lives with a cat in the basement.
You're making it so easy on Rob and us to come after you. What do you like? What's that, Dr. No? Who picked it?
Well, as long as you guys have something to make fun of me for, I don't have to. Really
and then what's going to happen? Corey's going to come over, and you're going to teach him how to play the organ.
Yeah.
And then it's going to come full circle.
There it is.
Yeah.
There it is.
Sure.
Well,
We're looking
guys,
for a theme song. Butko's going to compose it. Corey's going to play it. This is all coming full circle, Rob. I love it.
There we go.
All right, boy. Well, listen, Corey, thank you so much, my man.
Thanks.
We love you, man. And good luck to the season, and we'll talk to you soon.
All right, sounds good, guys.
All right, for Corey Grant, for David Butko, for Rob Hitchcock, and myself, this is the Morreale and Hitch podcast and the Ticats Audio Network. Go Cats, go.
That's another episode of Morreale and Hitch on the Ticats Audio Network. Have a question or a comment for them? Email us at mnh@ticats.ca. That's MANDH@ticats.ca.